With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. From the gun, Jackson. And all that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here taken in by Gesicki. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Burrow looking to pass. On the right side open is Gesicki.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Burrow on 3rd down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
On third down, Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
But I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now here's a throw that's complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now Burrow on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Odafe Owe coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Here we go. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
11. Burrow going to fake to Mixon, and now look to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Now it's Burrow. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
3rd and goal, Burrow. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mike Gesicki with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's a give to Dobbins, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Tucker's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Burrow. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack, Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And now comes the field goal unit on. And, boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was, that was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Jackson from the shotgun. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he works free. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play there for Cincinnati.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Jackson. Flushed out right. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. B.J. Hill. Able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And all the way for a Cincinnati score. Mike Gesicki with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Jared Wilson. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. They go play action now. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. From midfield now, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, Mixon. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Bengals on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Darius Slayton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jackson on first down.
A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
35 the mic. All day.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And they take a knee.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Time to go. Night.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.